Welcome to Not Imagining Podcast with Miles Jones
and Kalia Aaron, where we discuss the importance of growing while experiencing life challenges, healing, intent, alignment, and purpose.
Wow, this could really be something big.
Not imagine? Knowing you might find someone to replace me.
Not imagine?
All right, so today we have a special guest, Little Miss J. That's what I'm calling you.
Okay.
That's your new name, Little Miss J.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So I wanted to talk about basically how women who make a certain kind of money and who maybe have higher education and, you know, who got good credit and how do they navigate the dating space or even being in a relationship? Are they okay with the 50-50? That whole, you know, what that whole thing entails. Like, how do you navigate that space, and how do you feel about, you know, the talk around 50-50 and what you accept and what you're not accepting, etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think that's crazy, though. Like, hearing the words come out your mouth, like, as you lay it out, like, because that's just not what we're supposed to be dating and trying to have it. I get how in 2025 we should have that in our mind, but it's just like, damn, like, that's what we got to talk about. And again, especially living in New York City, I get why you have to, but it just takes everything away from dating, I feel like. Because now I have to add that to my list of things to want is good credit and makes this amount and highly educated and all this other stuff. It's just like, damn, what about the person, a good person or not?
So I agree with you to an extent. That's tough. I don't want to say education does not matter, but if you meet a decent guy who's making a living for himself, I don't think that if he's educated or not should be at the top of the list. But overall, when it comes down to finances, I would say, or even financial literacy or money management, that's important when it comes down to dating or even long-term relationships. I feel like that matters a lot. Because if I'm not mistaken, the number one reason why people get divorced is from finances, like financial issues.
That's a weird number. That's a weird number and a weird reason to say people get divorced, but not weird, but
I really think that's the statistic.
Yeah, it's just, I'm pretty sure there's way more other shit in there, but if that's what the numbers say, sure.
I mean, it makes sense because you think about it, a marriage is literally like a business. Like, you sign a contract, we're going to get married, how are we going to run this business? So, finances is a big part of business. So.
And not liking each other is a big part of it, too.
Yeah, but it doesn't take away from the weight of finances, but yeah.
Like, if we really liked each other and really cared about each other, I think finances is something we could work through. A long-term relationship, yes, I can see how finances plays a part. But as far as, like, I don't want to bring that into dating. Like, I think that's something you should already be.
Yeah, but it's on the forefront of dating. Like, let's be real.
Why? That's something you should be working on your own by yourself.
I mean, I agree. I'm a lover girl. I'm more for, do I like you or not? But we can't ignore that once we start really looking at I don't want to say what do we have to offer each other, but like where we're going in life, the finances plays a part. Because, for example, and this is just a very random example, if I'm somebody who enjoys vacations and stuff like that, and we're not financially compatible, you can't match the type of lifestyle that I could provide for myself. So it's kind of like, what are we doing?
So what about how he treats you?
But wait, hold on.
But he can't come on vacation with me at all, ever.
I feel like
7 days out of the whole 365. But
what if I'm somebody who travels often? But yeah.
I feel like aside from the financial compatibility, before you even get to that point, it's like we both need to come into this relationship financially sound. Like, people not being financially sound, it really affects them, affects their confidence, affects who they are. So it's like, it's bigger than like us having money to do things we want to do, which is important. But it's like, are you gonna come into this relationship and be like Ms. because like your finances are not in order, you know? So finances is a big part of everyday life, like not just like the relationship.
But no, this goes back to.
That's why I be saying, my God, like, yo, focus on your brand, bro. Cause you can't show up pop. She don't got time for it.
Because it's not
you
even
just
about...
said 5 seconds in, he, for example, the date's lit, date, then y'all start talking, getting serious. Now you miserable about being pop, and now you feel like you feel away. No.
Yeah, because what if I just want to go to the park? That's free, but you have an attitude because your finances are not in order. So it's not even about.
Do you want to go to the park?
Yeah, I like going to the park. I get I make a little drink, get a little food, go to the park.
A
I
little
feel like
picnic.
that's cute at first, but after a while, it's like.
I think it's cute if you mix it in with everything else that you like enjoy to do.
How often do you have to mix it in? Because when you say these broad, it's like let's really get down to the thing of it. It sounds cute. It sounds so, yeah, I'll take a picnic date. 7 picnic dates in a row.
That's what you mix it in. I didn't say in a row. You mix it in with other things.
So how often can a picnic date be okay? Let's be honest here.
In a month?
Mm-hmm. How many dates honestly, I genuinely want to know because I don't know. How many dates should you go on in a month as a couple?
I feel like, I would say 4. I would say at least like 1 a week. And it's like about 4 weeks.
I think
In a month. So I would say
that's a lot.
So
4?
Well,
Four in a week?
They don't have to be extravagant.
4 in a month.
Okay.
Exactly. I'm about to say, if you're mixing in,
like
you
the
know,
picnic could be 1.
Yeah,
Could be
maybe
A
one.
restaurant could be 1.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Keep
A
it going.
little like Top Golf could be 1.
Yeah.
And then Turks could be 1. But like, you know, maybe another like restaurant or something, you know?
Right, so
But
that's
you
2 restaurants and Top Golf and 1 picnic. So you saw the ratio, right? 1 to 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or you could do some chill shit in the house.
It's other chill.
You know?
It's other chill.
I didn't say that. I wanted.
It could be 2 chill and 2.
I agree. Money being spent.
I feel like that.
So 2
Yeah.
money being spent and 2 chill.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, do you pay for any dates? Like, would you be okay with
and
paying
those
for that?
4. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, do you feel
Wow, that's a good
comfortable
question.
paying for any?
All right, I'm gonna be honest how I feel about paying for dates. I have no issue paying for it, but here is like really my philosophy with it. If it's his birthday, absolutely. And then aside from that, I don't know. I just get this feeling sometimes. I just feel like he been paying for a lot. Let me pay for it. I don't think about it beforehand. You know, it's like when
No.
the bill comes, like
Yeah,
I
for
just
sure.
get a feeling like, oh, he been doing a lot. Let me handle this one. Like
And do you have that mindset with your man or just dudes who you may be
with
seeing?
my man.
Oh, so what about the ones
Straight
who's
to
not your man, who you may be going on dates with?
If we're just going on dates and we're both not speaking of like progressing, like there's no intention there, we're just enjoying each other, then no, I'm not thinking about that.
So you won't pay for it?
No. If it's someone that's courting me and I feel like there's intention and we're trying to go somewhere, then yeah, because I want to show intention as well. But if I know that you're just trying to get one thing at the end of the day, like, why am I expensing myself for that?
But why are you going on dates with him anyway?
Sometimes we be bored.
You sound like a
I'm
nigga.
glad you said that. That was real
That's
thing.
honest.
Now, that was
Sometimes
real
we be
thing. I
bored.
appreciate that. Now I really do appreciate that. I
It was
really
days
do
in the
that.
crib, you
That's
bored,
scary, but I
like-
appreciate it.
It's true. Sometimes we be bored.
Like he saw.
Now I really appreciate you
How
saying
would,
that.
how would I know? Like, let's say I'm bored and I'm like, oh, this guy invited me out. I'm bored. Let me just go. And then I go and then I vibe with him OD. If I was never bored, I would have never knew that we vibe. Sometimes you gotta like,
That's a big ass risk, man.
I mean,
Nah, I respect that.
I'm driving this. I don't like the vibe. I drive home. What am I losing?
Nothing for real.
Nah, man. I love to hear y'all like your POV of it and stuff like that. 'Cause that's cool. But I'm glad you said it. Like sometimes you just be bored and you'll go on a date with a dude that. What rapport do you have to have before you say yes? You're going on a date with him.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Yeah. That's a good question.
I feel like we've definitely been in communication. You have my number. You're not just writing me on Instagram like, oh, come outside. Like, so we have some type of rapport. And maybe I've been spinning you for a while, but you just caught me in a like very social day. Like I'm in a good mood.
This shit is scary, bro. I've been spinning you for a while.
It happens. Life gets busy. Maybe I've been spinning you a bit.
I just want a dog, man.
You making it more scary.
She been spinning you for a minute.
But we all do it. Men spin women. Women spin. We all do. We spin each other a bit. Like maybe I do want to hang out with you, but I'm a little tired. I had a long week. I'm gonna spin you a bit. Like, oh, I feel asleep. Sorry, but next time I might definitely come.
But I think I don't know. Just not even about what we're talking about. But then it brings up a genuine question. Like, when do you like? Let's say you genuinely want to hang out with a guy. Would you set up the date, something like that? Let's say y'all been talking, like texting or whatever, and you like genuinely enjoying the conversation. Would you?
It's the first time. Our first time.
Yeah, fuck it.
No,
No, even if you just really want to hang out with him.
I don't want to hang out with somebody more than they want to hang out with me.
I get that. I respect that.
Yeah, as a female, yeah. I mean, as a woman,
Especially as the first link.
I think that you should like take the back seat with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Nah, I get it. I just wanted to see would it ever be possible for a woman to set up the first link.
I would be very concerned about that woman.
She won't be like, you know, she know what she wants, blah, 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 blah. Yo, what you doing? What's up? Like,
You can know what you want, but it's just, I don't know. I just feel like it's a certain way how you should go about things. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
Of course
what
a
other way
guy-
is there to go besides just not set it up? It's either you gonna do it or you're not.
Exactly.
Nah, but I guess you could say, hey, like, I want to see you. Like, what can you set? Or ask him what can you set up?
I don't
get
know. I
that.
just feel like especially when it's so early in the beginning, like we've never linked or anything. I just feel like the man should definitely set the tone because I feel like that's how women end up in situations, getting their heart broke or being confused, like just doing too much, overstepping. Like you should really sit back and just see what type of vibe a man is on before you start. You definitely should show interest, but not too early. Like see what the vibe is.
So now that you said two things, I have another question for you. Right? Let's talk about both sides, right? So now you're talking to this guy, you really like him, right? You really interested in him through text, right? But this guy's popped.
Oh God.
What should he do?
He should get his money up.
And
I mean,
leave-
I
and
very
leave you alone.
respectfully though.
And leave you alone.
I mean, what do you mean leave me alone?
You said he can't take you on a date right now.
No.
He should get his money up. You said no. Okay, yeah.
You said he didn't have money to go on the date,
He don't have money to keep up with the dates.
and it's the beginning.
Yes.
Then no.
Should leave you alone.
Yeah, because that
Respect.
type of understanding comes from love. It's like
I agree.
Like,
I
now
agree.
my feelings is in. You having a fucked up moment, a fucked up time period,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, for sure.
That's okay.
But I also don't agree with being misled because he could fucking, I don't know, max out his credit card trying to please you in the beginning. Then you end up liking this nigga. Y'all get serious, and now all of a sudden he don't got no fucking money,
That's
and now you
true.
already invested.
But him maxing out his credit card for you it's irresponsible.
Very irresponsible. In the real
But
life,
it's
you
like-
don't have money. You don't have money.
But see, you
But
don't
he
know.
did that
you
because he
you
was-
already the feelings is already there now. You don't even know.
Right.
So what are you gonna do when the feelings is already there?
That's what I'm saying. I've been bamboozled.
Definitely, I agree.
That's what I'm saying. So now you get past that stage and it's kind of like, oh wow,
Where my heart at?
I did.
Yo, hey, oh my
No,
God.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting a scenario
You been
out there.
bamboozled?
She-
You had the best time. Some good ass dates. Had the best time of your life. You really enjoyed.
But
the
it was
couple.
made off of a lie.
All right, but let me
you
tell
was
you-
doing this, making me feel like you can actually maintain this lifestyle, and in reality, you can't.
But what if in those moments you really figured out that you genuinely like this guy?
That's
He-
fine. I like him and all, but
treat you
but,
right
but
and all of
he
that.
also lied to
But
me.
he's still alive.
He lied to you.
He also lied to me.
What did he lie about?
Having money.
Financial situation.
He does have the money. He just don't got it no more once you want to do it later.
No, the bank has the money.
What?
And they gave him credit, and he maxed out the credit, and now he's
Pop.
Nah, ain't no way, man. Now I'm gonna stay in the house, man. Ain't no way. That's really crazy.
No, I'm just saying. Just think about it. I don't
He didn't
know.
lie to you.
Okay.
You
He
know
was
what?
he was trying to maintain a lifestyle that he really don't
That's
have.
something I noticed in
That's
like,
misleading.
when I was dating. That's something I noticed. I feel like a lot of men when you first date them, like the first month or two, it's like a lot of like outside this and that. Then after that, it's just like a very drastic change. Very suddenly, they don't ease you into it.
They get
like, it just-
comfortable.
and I realized that is the operational budget. Like men, they have an operational budget to get you. But once they get you, like the budget that they need after is not there.
The operational budget.
It is.
I gotta stay in the house, man. I gotta get me a dog and just be okay with that.
No, you just gotta budget appropriately and be
What you mean
upfront.
budget appropriately? He took on this date that you mentioned that you always want to go. He took you there. You had a great time. It was a great experience. You felt all of these things, and come down the line, he can't no longer do not things of that nature, but picnic dates now. Maybe that's what he got now is picnic dates.
I appreciate the effort for sure.
For sure.
It doesn't sound like it.
No.
It doesn't sound like it at all.
I feel like you taking what I'm saying the
You
wrong.
called him a liar. You
I-
a liar.
That is a lie.
I feel like you taking what I'm saying the wrong way. I feel like you're taking a little, like, not personal because obviously that's not your situation. I would hope not. But I just feel like if you just take a step back and look at the bigger picture, if you are dating someone, no relationship, just dating, and you are doing the nice things with them, you're taking them out consistently. During that time, you're having an idea of who this person is, right? And you're liking that version of that person. When you get in a relationship, of course, you start seeing ugly sides of people, whatever the case may be, which is fine. But to not be upfront about your financial situation, I'm thinking that this is the norm. You kind of sit in the standard, so it's kind of like, why now you doubling back? It's misleading. It's misleading. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be funny.
I hear what you're saying, and I think things have to happen the way it has to happen now. I think life just has to spin this way.
All you saying is you got to get money.
Nah, you have to get money, but you also have to let people figure out what this life shit really all about, I think.
But we really all have to get, it's not just on men, we all have to get money because if women even ask for the slightest things, men are like, oh, they gold digging, da-da-da-da. We have to make sure our rent is paid, our car notes paid, or our bills are paid, all of that. So it's like, we have to get money too.
And he has to do that and be able to take you on dates.
I mean, he's a man. That's how it's been before we got here. It's like...
I love how we could pick and choose when we want to use that.
I don't think I pick and choose. Maybe some people do, but I don't feel as though I do.
I mean,
but it's like
I'm open to like planning dates and stuff too. I'm open to that as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it as it just being a man thing. If we're
agree
in
with
this
you.
together, then we're in a partnership.
But
you know?
I feel like a man should court a woman to show intention. Now we're not talking about a year and 2 years and 3 years in. That's different. Like now we're a partner. You've courted me. You got me. That's totally different. But in the beginning, I do feel as though men should take that step to show intention.
But I don't think, I don't believe, maybe I don't know courting for sure, but I don't think there's a dime in courting.
Well, I don't know. I disagree with that because a part of courting is like going on dates. A part of it is that. Like, think about it. If there was a girl that you really, really liked, you don't want to go on a date. Like, if you were really courting her, seriously, there would be
but
dates.
there's no
How would
other
you court
way.
her?
But there's other
That's
dates
what I'm asking.
besides, I mean, I heard of coffee dates. I've heard of them.
That's not free. You said cost nothing. That costs something.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no other way. You have to see them, and you're not coming to my house for the first
I'm not
time.
even saying court me expensively, but I'm saying court me.
Just
Even
in
if
general,
you
yeah.
pick me up, we go by the waterfront, we walk, we talk. That's still courting. That's still you showing intention. Like, I'm interested in
And
you.
this
I'm
is why I say that,
prioritizing.
like, I can hear what you're saying, but there's also, like, how long you can do this courting on a low budget kind of thing. Because we just spoke about it.
That's only you.
No, because I'm hearing, because I hear it.
That's
Because
just
you just said one thing, and then you go the complete opposite. I get what you're saying, though. Because, like, you're saying, yeah, court you dates, but the dates don't have to be expensive. But we also just spoke about having to have money and can't bamboozle you. Okay, so how about this? Let's say you started talking to a guy, right? And then all the dates were, like, low budget dates. He's not misleading you or anything.
He's
He's
not
having a blast.
He's not putting a standard that he can't maintain. Absolutely.
So you're fine with him being popped?
If I like him.
Okay. So I guess that was I made him. Okay, that's fine. You? Huh? What about you?
Am I fine with
Being on low budget dates all the time.
forever?
Not
just like a
forever.
tough party.
During the
forever.
dating stage.
During the dating stage, you just met this kid. Great, he treats you right. Great conversation. You guys go on dates, fun dates, but there's no big dinners. There's no Top Golf. It's all whatever he can get his hands on.
Let me ask a question. Let's say there's a day I wake up and I'm like, damn, I'm really in the mood for XYZ restaurant. And I tell him, we've been doing cheap dates. I'm like, I really want to go to this restaurant because I want this food.
Mm-hmm.
Not no aesthetic or posting. This is what I want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Can he afford to do it?
Can you max out a credit card to do it if you already did 5 nice dates?
You're asking me that?
I'm asking you.
As long as the waiter don't come back and say the card was declined, I don't care how he
So you
covers
find that he
it.
maxed out, and after
Yeah,
that,
but that's not. I think that's okay, Miles. As long
I'm
as
asking. That's
no,
fine.
I think
So
that's
no.
okay as long as it's not like a He's trying to keep up with a lifestyle that he cannot maintain.
Okay, and I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
So
I think
that
that's
makes sense. I think I'm
okay.
kind of understanding what you guys are saying now.
Yeah.
So if he shows up with you with all picnic dates and walks at the park and
flowers, you
and
know,
posts some like just small stuff, not expensive. If he shows you that from the beginning and you like that, that's fine. Okay, that makes I'm feel way safer hearing that now. I feel way safer hearing that now. Okay.
It's not all about money. At least.
Huh?
It's not all about money, but it's definitely about.
It's not all.
It's
about
definitely
money.
about money.
It's not
Yeah, it's
all
not all
about
about
it,
money,
but
but
it
it's
is,
that.
yeah.
I agree. I don't want you to think I think anything other. I just don't want us to be like sitting here acting like it's not. And I'm glad that we're being honest and very upfront about niggas need money.
We all need money.
But that's what I'm saying. We all need money. Like, what if we go on 5 cheap dates, we vibing, and we go on cheap date number 6, and I'm like, I'm behind on my rent. Aren't you gonna be thinking like
that'll come up on the 6th date? Not saying it can't. I'm just like,
yeah, it could come up on the 6th date. Some people bring it up before the 1st date.
Whoa, that's a red flag.
It definitely is.
Why you giving me insight on you being behind on your rent?
It's a red flag, but that doesn't mean people don't do it.
Before our first date, that's crazy work.
I've seen conversations between like men that I know and women, and like a man's like, I want to take you on a date, like a first date. I don't even know you, and they're like, oh, I think that you have better clothes than me, so I want you to give me an outfit so we go on a date. I've seen women like literally say that. Okay. So just because you wouldn't and I wouldn't don't mean people wouldn't.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's really crazy.
I agree with you, but people do it. Yeah. So it's like if people bring it up before they meet, why would they bring it up on date number 6?
I mean, I don't know. Me personally, if I was a man,
I'm just trying to say,
I would approach dating so differently.
I disagree with that.
If you come to me and you tell me that you behind your rent on a 6th date, that's not my problem, respectfully.
Now, as a man, I don't know why he would even.
No.
Oh, as a
woman, if she's telling the dude who she's dating on a 6th date, like she's behind on her rent, I don't think that's appropriate.
Yeah, I don't
agree,
think so.
But the point I was trying to make with that is if you want a woman to be understanding about your financial situation, are you going to be understanding about their financial situation, or do you expect them to have their stuff together to a certain extent as well?
No, and again, I've heard and I've seen it before, but they say like men with money, they'll take a woman from under a bridge if
because they want to control them.
Well, that's not necessarily. I think we just look for different things.
Not
I don't think we
gonna
necessarily
lie.
need a woman that has all her shit together.
I don't think that matters as much to men as it does to women.
Thank you.
And I could understand why. Guys will date, no shade, but they would. You can have a guy who really got his shit together. He would date any type of woman.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because
know.
the idea of having your stuff together, I feel like that pressure is more on the guys. Just because we could bring that to the table, there's guys who can see it here and don't care about what we got to offer.
I get where you're coming from,
That's
but
a
I'm gonna
fact.
tell you why I disagree, because I've had this conversation with men before. So this is why I disagree. I feel like men, when they thinking about who they want to have a child with and who they want to marry, who they want to build with, they want a woman that brings something to the table.
And I had that conversation with Miles. He told me he didn't care.
That's the same person you're gonna tell to stay in the house.
Every man is not the same, you know.
That's true.
That's no, absolutely.
But I feel like from my experience dating, there's men that I've dated that have dated girls that bartend and strip, and they've dated me too. And the way how they dated them and the way how they dated me has been different intention, different vibe, different everything. So I feel like men will date all different types of women, all different walks of life. But who am I gonna settle down with? Who do I trust to raise my child? Who do I want to marry? That's a very different conversation.
I agree.
Yes, and I think
agree.
it's more about character than the things that she has accomplished.
So when you say a man will date, I agree with you to an extent, but at the same time, I just feel like I would hope when you're thinking of who you want to have a future with, who you want to be a partner, who you want to raise your child, if anything happens to you, it would be a little bit more than just personality.
I said the same thing.
Not personality. I
Stability
mean,
as well.
Character, like you said, but I agree
Character.
with Jasmine. I do think that it should be more, you should think that through a little bit better, because when it comes down to really doing life with somebody, I don't, like you said, even if you have a bunch of money, I would want my girl to know what to do with the money that I do put in her hands.
Right.
I would want her to know how to go out there and I'm not saying doing anything by herself, but when you're a mother and you're really handling things, you gotta know what you're doing for real. There's a lot of people who just, they nice, they good people, but they airheads.
And you saying because they don't have it, you don't think they can manage it?
Not necessarily that. There's some people who just basically however you grew up, whatever money you touch your fingers, and however your family handled money, that's all you know, and so you don't know better.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
And you don't desire to know more. You know, like this is it. I'm okay with it. I'm comfortable with it. Okay, hey, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like if you never really had money, you you won't know how to manage it. Because think about it. People who are poor, right? When they first get money, big money, what's the first thing they do?
Blowing it.
Then they learn, then they be like, all right, I'm going to manage the next set of money better, da-da-da. But that's everybody's first thing that they do, blow the money. So it's like, do you want to like build up all of this, get with someone, they blow your shit, and then now you have to build back up? It may be okay the second time around, but...
yeah, I get what you're saying. I just don't think that's as heavy on men's plate.
Yeah,
than you think. But I get what you're saying for sure.
I think it gets heavy on your plate too late. Like for
Yeah,
example,
when you realize she really
you have a
wildin'.
child with someone and now she's beating you down for money and putting you on child support and she's not a good mother.
That's
And then it's like,
stuff.
damn.
That's still
I said,
character
is
stuff,
that-
though.
Yeah, so
That's what I'm saying. If
He's
I
saying
touch-
that you could vet this
you can see
beforehand.
that.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I think that's not necessarily fine. I get what you're saying, but that's all character. Like that's all character.
I agree with you, but money.
Child support and all that stuff is.
But money changes people too.
But still, the character of them they never change.
I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people could pretend really well. Like sometimes I feel like I had a good handle on people's character, and then certain situations or certain scenarios was a complete switch, and it's like this is not even who I thought I was dealing with for an extended period of time. So
But
I get what you.
I think they gave you little glimpses of it in parts too that you.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
for sure,
I'm
for
not
sure.
gonna disagree with
For
you.
sure,
Maybe,
for
but
sure,
I
for
don't
sure.
know. You'd be surprised. Some
Yeah,
people are
no,
really,
definitely.
really calculated.
I can see how money changes people too, but I also can see how they turn when they first got their first $1,000. You can see them move a little different compared to them getting a lot of money. So I think it's always, I think it's always signs that this person is gonna move a little different when they get money, for sure. For sure.
It's definitely something that I think should be thought about or considered from the beginning. As y'all know, I'm always a person who, I like this person, you know. But once you try to do life with somebody, that shit matters. How they make their money, if it's stable or not. You know, when you're raising families and you're trying to join your life together with somebody, it really matters. And like she said, like some people be miserable, and because they don't have it, they're miserable. It's affecting what we got going on.
No,
That matters. That really do matter. It could make or break a relationship, to be honest.
But I would hate for somebody to only be able to handle certain things when they up too. I would love to see somebody go through adversity and how they manage that too. So yes, I see how him being miserable can be toxic and tough too. But I could also see him being able to take that on the chin and becoming a better person and show you how he is when he is down. Like, cause he could be down and still bringing energy to the household. I remember you spoke before about a man's mental state or his emotional imbalance can affect the household. So I would love, and I think it's good for your children to see a man deal with adversity. So he may be popped and he may have things going on right now. He may have just lost his job, and I would love to see him come out of that on a positive note. So yeah, I think sometimes that stuff is good. That's character right there. I like that.
I agree with you 1,000% because I feel like as women, like when we're going through financial problems, we still smile and be in a good mood and still try to help people. And I feel like a lot of men, when they're suffering financially, they are a drag.
Yeah,
like,
we supposed to be like
It
that.
hits them. I could see how it could hit y'all differently and how it could feel like more pressure and stuff like that. But it's not an excuse to...
Right, because I feel like now there's some men who they will still try to be positive, try to bring a good day or a good vibe because in the end of the day, it's not the people around them.
Nobody's
fault.
Right.
But there's also a large group of men that's just, I don't give a fuck. I'm in a bad mood, so I don't care everybody be in a bad mood. I'm going to be next
for sure. And I'm not talking about those guys. Trust me. Those are I get that. Because honestly, no matter how bad you're doing, if you really take yourself out of it for a second, you could go out there and get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I understand that. But I can also see that being a fight for a man every day to not be able to provide for his family.
I agree, so but I feel like this. If let's say I'm with someone, right, for example, and they're going through a tough time financially and it's affecting their mood, but I'm trying to help them. Like, I'm trying to give them money. I'm trying to, whatever I could do to help them and uplift their mood. And it's like, if you're still going to be like that.
Honestly, for some reason, I don't think that's going to be enough.
As
crazy as it sounds, I don't think it's... Because it's still messing with them that you had to even do that.
Exactly. But for a lot... That's
I don't think that's
worse, honestly.
I don't think that's something that you're not going to be able to understand because we're not a man.
Exactly.
So they dealing with something that
pride and ego
we different for a reason.
I think about how it feels when we get help.
It's it's lit. We happy.
I guess I really want to know how it feels for a man to get help.
It's different.
It's worse. It's worse than us. It's worse than you having to help us out. It's probably worse than us actually just not having it. I think we would rather
the ego,
and
their pride
is okay,
just
but
like
literally that's how it is. I think we'd rather not have it than you give it to us.
The way I look at it, I just like if we in a relationship, we're partners, and why am I gonna watch my partner suffer or be sad or feel if I could just make one move to
make it better?
You're absolutely right, and I believe it's very healthy. But in even in me thinking about it, in the toxic masculinity, I'm thinking
that's exactly what it is.
Toxic masculinity. I feel like it's hurting me even more that you even had to take care of that.
Yeah. But it might help you bounce back to a place better than you was before.
Yes,
but on your dime.
Yeah,
so that's a problem.
But here's my thing. In my mind, it's like I've grown past that for a little bit. So like in that moment, it's like, damn, that's fucking with me. But it's also like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna flip it something crazy. So. You know, I get that. I get how you can look at it positive and healthy, but I can also see a man still being a funk about it. I can see both sides. As a man, I can see how that shit can fuck with you. But I can also want to be healthy and realize what you just did for me and make something happen with it. You know what I mean?
I agree. I think when you put it like that, I can see both sides of it, and that just shows life is really about choices.
For sure.
We could choose to make the best of this really fucked up situation, and we could come out on top, or we could choose to just... to be a drive.
Yeah. No, for sure.
One thing I noticed, I want to say over the last, probably for this whole season so far, almost every video that we've done, I guess I touched on like trying to understand the logic behind men and why they do certain things. And some things you don't really have the answer for. It's kind of like, that's just men. That's just how, that kind of thing.
I hate
and
that.
Yeah, me too. Because,
I wish I had something better for you, but I don't.
Because you know what it is? It kind of puts me at a dead end when I'm trying to learn how to navigate that space. You know what I'm saying? So like as a woman, you know, I'm questioning, well, why this and why that? And I'm trying to like make sense of it. And you're like, yo, you right. I understand where you're coming from, but that's kind of like just what it is. And it's like, is that really the answer? Like,
No, for
are
real.
we really just at a dead end with it? Like, is this
For now.
you got until when?
I don't know. Because I'm sure there's things about y'all that's just like, we just don't get it. It's things about
I'm
women
sure
who
it would
just-
have came up by now. And if you could think of something, please
you
feel
mean?
free to ask. I feel like if there was something about women that you didn't understand or that you're trying to, I feel like it would have came up within these conversations we've been having.
No, not like that.
So is there anything
I
that
don't
you
think
can
you
think
think
of?
men understand womanhood or understand. You think we understand?
I think that you guys got us figured out better than we have y'all figured out.
I don't think so. I really
Me
don't.
either.
I really don't. It's times I have conversation with men, and when you explain your view, when they say what they think, it be literally blowing my mind, like that they really think like that.
Can
Like,
you give me an example? Because I could understand that to an extent, but I feel like once you break it down, it kind of makes sense.
So one example is
But
like,
with y'all, it's like we break it down, y'all understand why it don't make sense, and then you don't have a reason for it to make sense.
Because we've done a lot of things our whole life that didn't make sense, so we just do it.
one
So,
example.
but what
That's
happened
just
with y'all
men.
being these logical creatures? Why can't you make sense of what you do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting
something
confused.
is just about men's nature. I think.
So
it is.
y'all don't have the answers. It's just in you.
Yeah.
You don't know why. You just in you.
Yes.
I'll give you an example. This guy that I'm friends with, he was telling me that he was dating this girl and she wanted to spend time with him, like a lot. Like, not even about the cost or whatever, just time or whatever. And he was like, she's trying to take my most valuable resource. She's trying to take my time. Like, that's one of my most valuable resources. And it was confusing me because I'm like, she's not trying to take it from you in a resource kind of way. She wants to spend time with you because she likes you and she wants to have quality time together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how much he explained it to me and no matter how much I explained to him, we just couldn't understand. It's like he feel like, nah, she's trying to like
But I
aid
think
in my downfall or something. I'm like, she just want to spend time with the man.
I
that
think
she
it's just
likes.
I think it's
He's
just
looking at
a.
it like it's a resource. It's one of my valuable
It
resources.
is,
She's
but
trying to
like,
take it.
I think
it
it's
is,
just I think that's a him thing. Yeah, I think that's a him thing because
But I've heard other men say that, especially men that make like fast money.
Yeah.
Their time is like important to them, and they don't look at a woman trying to spend time with them as like a woman showing intention. They looking at it like she's trying to like fuck my shit up or like
they're dating the
know?
wrong people. I
Nah,
mean,
they're scared though. I mean,
probably.
they're
But
scared.
my main
Scared
point
of
with
what?
my main point with that was just to show how men
That
and
money
women look at
comes in
certain
at
things
least
very
fast.
differently.
No. I
sometimes.
understand that we look at things differently. We're supposed to, right?
Right.
That's fine. What I'm saying is when we start pulling things apart and understanding it, there's some answers that men don't have the answer for.
Yeah.
There's some things they don't have the answer for. They don't know why they do it. They don't understand it. It's just like, yeah, well, it's just a guy
I
thing
agree.
kind of thing.
But to your point of saying that you feel like they have a better handle on us than we
I
have
think
on them, I don't think
I think
so.
I feel
I
like
know we
they
don't.
I feel like they kind
I
of
know
understand
that.
us better. So
I'm
like
still
you know
in the
like
shit
how
every day.
No, that's why we be so mad because we really give them too much credit. We think they know, they understand. We have an attitude. Remember that? Oh, I can't read your mind. Whole time it's something you just did 5 minutes ago. I don't think that. I really
So-
think we
Go
don't.
easy on us. Go
We
easy
don't
on us.
understand
No.
each other on certain things. Honestly.
No, so what I'm trying to say is they have I think a lot of older men probably got it down packed, but they listen.
This is
They have a
They're
handle.
worse.
From my experience,
Older married men, maybe.
possibly.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, the older
Yeah,
men,
maybe,
they're worse.
well, that's
They the
that's.
one that taught us. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
They have a handle
I
on like
agree.
women are emotional creatures. All you have to do is censor their emotions and that kind of thing. Like they get that this is how women operate. They get that.
All the older men I know have.
And you know another reason why I know men have a good handle on women is because you guys know how to manipulate women very well. You guys know what to do to get what y'all want when it comes down to women.
Yeah, but
So
that's one small thing. That's the we know how to be negative. Yes, we know how to violate. Yeah, men know how to violate. What have we done? What do we know healthily about women? What do we know about that? What can you give me with that? Nothing. Yes, we know how to. Yes.
And if you think about
Everybody
it,
knows how to do foul
if
shit.
a man and a woman decide, like, all right, I'm about to be calculated against this person, a woman gonna win 1,000,000 times. We're way better at being calculated.
Oh, that's how
You have to have
Way
energy for
more
that.
sneaky,
Y'all different.
like-
That's I told her that.
No, it's true.
Oh, y'all
No, I
idiots.
mean-
Personally, I don't cheat. Personally, I don't.
No, I didn't mean to do that like that.
But
Oh,
I'm
you
saying,
shady as
it be
hell.
certain
I didn't mean
shit-
to do that like
Nah,
that. It
it'll,
was,
in the past, like when I dated guys, it'd be certain things that like they've done, and I just be like, yo, I would eat you up. If I was on that type of time, man, I would eat you up.
and I don't put it
like,
past none of them because I know.
We know how to, if we really want to, men don't even really think deeply about shit. They just do shit.
Yeah, 'cause that's
we
all
really
our
think,
natural-
We be calculated like, it's
Now that I
really
think
different.
about it, and I'm not even talking about off no cheating or wild shit. Like just in general in life, how I handle situations. Yeah, I go in deep thought. I'm
Yeah,
extremely
that's how we
calculated.
are.
That's just y'all. A lot of men are very impulsive too. Like we're impulsive beings sometimes. After a while and learning your mental shit like that, you learn how to like navigate and think before you do stuff. But for the most part, especially with anger and pride, impulses. Impulse. I mean, that's what fights are mostly come from with men. It's just our natural freaking impulses. Once you really think about it, it don't make any sense. It wasn't worth it, but it's just like, nah.
In that moment, you had to react in that moment.
But yes. Oh yeah, what you were saying about like men, like it's like I said, the older men, that's the ones who taught us this stuff. And like you said, they know how to navigate women's emotions and how they when they this way. You know how they navigate it. Don't pay no mind. That's how all older men ever told
terrible.
me. Like,
I think that might have been what I was trying to say, because I feel like as women sometimes it's kind of hard to navigate a man's emotions because
it is.
They shut down, they block you off, they
That's reasonable though. Because again, we're still unwinding it. Like we're still. This information is still coming in. This data is still coming in.
Oh my God.
This is all new to us.
I think
it's excuses.
That speaks right to like certain things we just will never understand.
Yeah,
and certain things they just won't ever understand.
Yeah, it's excuses if you ask me. I'm over it. Y'all trying to figure it out and I
feel you. I think I'm 50-50 on it. Like sometimes with certain things when I want to answer and it's like, oh, I don't know, it pisses me off. Like But other things, it's like I do kind of be feeling like this nigga don't even know why.
And I said, come to tears just trying to figure it out. What you like to really think about it, it just be like, yo, I can't explain to you why I feel this way.
It can't be that hard. Like I just.
Trust me.
I think you're giving men too much credit. I mean that very respectfully, but like how you said, y'all are very impulsive. Like y'all don't really think super deep about things all the time. Sometimes y'all do shit and then y'all see the person reaction and then that'll get y'all to thinking deep.
And this is the people who y'all want to lead a household. This is it's scary. Y'all talk about we scary. Y'all scary too.
But leading the household, I think is something I don't think people understand. Because me personally, I don't ever. No real shit I ever seen going on was the man really leading the household. He'll lead the household in public for sure.
What does that mean?
I agree. Cause when you said, I'm like, who
lead the household in public for sure.
Yeah, in public.
Yeah,
what
for
mean
public
shit in the house?
Surface level, yes. Man, she gonna do what she say, bro. Like, and that's not a.
It's a show.
In real situations, men will say it in a heartbeat too. Like, who's the boss? We know. Yeah. We may joke around and kiki, but.
That's true. A lot of men don't even know. Men don't even be knowing when bills is due, what company the bill get paid to, they teacher, they kids' teacher name.
Yeah.
Men don't really be knowing enough. They're like, oh yeah, my wife knows all of that. My wife knows all of that.
But I don't see nothing. I mean, remember last time when we talk about like being a provider and even leading a household, I think it's more than just the financial part of it.
I want my man to lead outside. Outside, I want to turn my braid off. Let my man lead. Don't let nobody fuck with us. Inside, I got this. Don't even take up too much space in my house. I got this.
That's a fact.
I think that's reasonable, though.
That's why we got our own man cave, so we don't got to be fucking around with what she got going on in there. Cause
sleep
like,
there. Be there. Don't be in the way in my house. Don't be touching my decorative pillow.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, no, because it does make sense. Because I think that we might be better at it.
We definitely are.
We better at it.
I don't think we ever asked to do that.
They just want to make money and come home, right?
Yeah, that's what we have.
I told you.
They said simple creatures. Like,
simple creatures.
Grandfather used to just get paid, get his check, and then go home and give it to his wife.
I've heard so many.
This is what we have. You do whatever. You want to get brand new shoes with this money? That's
because I think that when y'all try to think about everything it's too much for y'all little brains. It's just too much.
Especially men that do physical work.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like, I'm supposed to lift this shit up and put it down all day. I don't want to think too.
And we're just good at that. Like, think about it. You could be driving to get your nails done. In your head, you calculating like, all right, this bill due next week. I got to do this. I got to do it. Like, we naturally, we're just like that.
It just works. It just works. Like, even when you throw kids in there, this person got to go to this practice. This person got to do that. I got to go pick up. It just...
We'll figure out, like, what's the best route to take.
Yeah, it just works.
Men just be like, what we doing today, kids?
What we doing today? You just tossing them around all day, had a blast. Everybody having a good time. And I think it's perfect that way because, like, we do need each other. And what you said about, and that really stuck with me, the emotional balance of the household. It's just like we know when to turn the switch off. Like, yo, we're not gonna be sad about that no more. Like, in the household, like something happens, it's like we're gonna feel it. But I think men know where to turn that on and off. Like,
no,
I hope so.
All.
Like,
not all, but I agree.
No, not all. But I mean, like, I think that's his job. I think our job, as far as leading the house and the roles and stuff like that, is try to take the shit that we can take off your plate if we can. Like, because I know how y'all mind works. Like, I know I overthink, but I know overthinking for a woman's job in the household is something completely different. So the best thing we can do as men is just, like, of that list of things she has to do, try to pull the shit off that we know we can get done and not get yelled at and get it done.
Yeah,
That's what
I think
she
a lot of it does come with communication.
For sure.
Just women, like, you know, a woman telling her man what is it that she needs and not expect him to just know it, and create a, you know, a system and something that just works for you and your household, and just dance around that, like,
for sure.
you know,
for sure, definitely.
just go with that. I really feel like that's what's best. And a lot of people, you know, everybody like to dictate social media. Oh, this should be happening. This,
I hate
and
social media.
it don't work like that. In real life, it don't work like that.
That's why I love that 50-50 is coming to an end. I love that. I love that discussion is coming to an end, because I hated that we ever had that discussion.
I agree.
It's not real numbers. Every day is different. And
that's true.
50-50 was freaking financial for so long, and I think once women or men realize that it's other things besides that, like, you can say you want 50%, but if you come here today and you only have 10, not even money, you're expecting or hoping that your partner can bring the 90.
Right.
And we haven't even talked about money. We're just talking about, again, the emotional imbalance.
I agree. That's what I figured you were talking about. Like, even like if your energy is like super low, like you would want the other person. You don't want them to just beat you down there. Like, so we do gotta balance each other out.
It's hard. Remember we was talking about, like, if somebody having a bad day and you not wanting to run away from it, you gotta sit in that. That's hard.
To this day, I'm never gonna forget that, man. I'm gonna learn. I learned that now.
That's hard, and I wish like people had tips and tricks out there to, like, you know, learn how to navigate that space, because 9 times out of 10, if somebody having a bad day acting some kind of, you can escape it. Your friend acting crazy, you could just escape it.
But not your partner.
And the moment you sit in there, you start to take on that energy, and now you in the bad mood. And now
that's what I'm saying. Like you said, we in charge of that imbalance of the household. So, like, if we are miserable about financial situations, stuff like that, and then the kids are trying to play around and trying to figure out why daddy's so mad, so sad, and he just get mad, like, show all that noise up and shit like that. Like, it throws off the whole house, and it's just like we have to learn how to, like, snap out of it.
Yeah, everybody walking on eggshells and shit.
I feel like when a woman has an attitude, like, men could ignore it, the kids could ignore it, but when a man has an attitude, that energy is so heavy, and everybody feels it. It weighs on everybody.
Yeah, because we're not leading, but we definitely key the household. We're key.
Yeah, and y'all just have such strong, like
an aura.
I don't know, like energy, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to explain better than that, but it's like if your girl have an attitude, you'll be like, I'm gonna go play the game, whatever. You can easily ignore her slamming doors. It's different when a man have that type of energy. Like, it just disrupts you. Like, you can't even focus on other shit. Like, what's good with you?
Yeah.
Nah, that's a fact. And I'm getting older now, because I remember before, a woman's attitude used to really throw me off. Like, it'd really knock my, like, she mad and I don't know what to do. Now it's like, you got 2 times. Like, offer you something to eat, give you a kiss on the forehead, offer you something to eat again, you still mad. Baby girl, you mad today?
Yeah, like,
whatever you feel that shit, I figure it out, man. That's it.
We come around when we want to, you know. Like,
so it's like,
even if you offer me food and maybe 15 minutes later now I want to come around, I'm coming back and be like, all right, babe, I'm ready to eat now. Like,
right. But that no longer, like, weighs, like, I care, but it's just like, right now, you might just have to be mad.
And I feel like that's how it should be, because as women, we are emotional. But it's different. Like, we could jump emotions very quickly.
Well,
they sit in the emotions for
us,
so long.
it makes sense because, you know, we, like I said, we set up differently, so we got hormones and shit. So, you know, depending on where we are in the month,
that's
it depends on who you going to get, how long it's going to last, you know? So it's just...
Because sometimes I be at work.
This has been Now Imagine the Podcast. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and share our platform.